Hey family, Dr. Jackie here, and welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to update you on a story that has not gotten enough news coverage in my opinion, but it's about this young woman. Her name was Lakisha D. Williams, and a jury found a 31-year-old black man guilty of killing his wife and burning her body in a cemetery in 2018. Frederick Williams was convicted of first-degree murder and abuse of a corpse to conceal a crime on January 26, 2018. The Waterloo Police Department responded to the Garden of Memories Cemetery at approximately 3:23 p.m. for a suspicious death investigation. An autopsy by the Iowa State Medical Examiner identified the victim as 40-year-old Lakisha Quintel Williams. She had been reported missing on January 24th, 2 days before she was found dead. The Courier reports that Williams was wrapped in bedding and had a plastic bag over her head when she was found. She died of asphyxia. Lakisha Williams' husband, pictured here, Frederick Williams, was charged with crimes related to her death in February 2019, according to the local news. He was reportedly already in custody for violating his parole. Lakisha's family reported her missing because she did not show up for work. The Courier's report on January the 20th, the last day that she was seen, some of her co-workers reported that they heard her arguing with her husband over the phone. Video surveillance footage reported showing Fredericks picking her up from work at 4:10 p.m. and then coming soon after that to pick up some other things. Lakisha called a cab, and Frederick allegedly followed the taxi. Lakisha got out of the car, and the cab driver left. She called her mother, or she called another cab, and Frederick reportedly followed that car also. Lakisha reported that to the cab driver that she was actually afraid of her husband and that he was going to kill her. According to the Courier, cell towers placed Frederick Williams, pictured here, placed his phone near the cemetery where Lakisha was found around the time she was believed to have been killed. Black Hawk County Attorney Brian Williams, no relation, said during his closing arguments on January 25, 2022, that the defendant never looked for his wife because he knew that she was never really missing. Williams said that Frederick strangled his wife, strangled her, wrapped her up in her own bedding before he burned her body and then went on with his life. This man is facing life in prison, and they are awaiting his sentencing date. You know, the reason why I highlight these stories, and I've been asked this before, but why don't you highlight stories of black femicide at the hands of white men? And although it does happen, it doesn't happen as often. And the number one reason why I do these stories is because they don't get enough coverage. They don't get enough news coverage. If a black woman was killed at the hands of a white man, it's in the news. It makes the news. There's stories, there's videos, there's all types of footage about it. If a white woman is killed by a black man or a white man, it makes the news. They get footage, they get coverage, all of the everything, everybody knows about it. But whenever a black woman, or too often more so than not, whenever a black woman is murdered at the hands of a black man, it doesn't get covered nearly enough, or even at all in most cases. I had to really dig and do some research to find out what happened to this beautiful young lady. So, ladies, protect yourself. Here we are again at the beginning of January, and we've had a number of these cases where black women have come up missing and murdered at the hands of black men, and we're not even into the year of 2022 yet. So share Lakisha D. Williams' story. I believe they've had her funeral. Well, they did have her funeral. She died in 2018. But the reason why it's getting footage now is because he was just sentenced in 2022, or he will be. So let's protect each other, protect black women. Visit our website for more information on EBWE.org. Be safe. Take care of yourself, and God bless.